Okay, because we're using 1-inch stock in our finished width of our legs is going to be 1 3/4 or approximately 44 millimeters, we're going to end up having to do what's called laminating. Okay, we're going to take two boards and we're just going to turn them up on one another and we're going to glue them together. We're going to do it as a set, so we want to make sure. I took these and if you can see there's a slight mark on here, okay? I've used some pencil and I marked the side. I just lightly skimmed it on the planer so we have a nice smooth surface to glue together. And I've also, if you recall, I marked the ends so that I know which two go together, and it's just a matter of folding them up, and I'll have one edge on, or one of the end grains on these that are going to look, one of the edge grains that are going to look very consistent. So I'll just go ahead and we'll glue these up quickly. Smear the glue all over both surfaces. The reason why I like to lightly plane it is it helps to avoid getting any kind of, now you can use a paintbrush if you have an extra roller from, what works really well actually is a roller from putting on veneers and stuff. The rollers, the pressure rollers you can use for that, they work quite well for spreading out the glue as well. I'm lazy, I just bring some wet paper towel over and I use my finger. I tend to be able to smear it around a little bit quicker. I don't necessarily care. Most of the students in my classes tend to use paintbrushes, and that's alright as well. So we'll just continue on. We'll get this done as quick as we can. All we're using is a quick dry yellow glue. Realistically, in about 45 minutes, I would be ready to machine these legs up. I can joint a couple of adjacent edges, which we'll go through in a little while. But the glue is quick setup, so I've got 15 minutes or so there. It's really workable. After that, this glue sets up pretty darn fast, and it's not quite as easy to manipulate and move. So we want to be fairly quick. Okay? Wipe my finger off so I'm not getting glue where I don't want it. What I want to do is all the pieces have glue on both sides. You may notice where I've got the clamp set up here. I actually have a drop sheet underneath of that because I don't want to have to clean a bunch of glue off of my working surfaces, my tables. So I put all of those in. I slide them against the far side. I can push up. These Bessie clamps are really nice for clamping stuff up like this. You don't get nearly as much sliding, and they tend not to, like bar clamps, when you have any glue or anything out the bottom side on bar clamps, you're going to get that black oxidation from the glue and reacting with the bar clamps themselves. So it's nice to get away from that. And you're going to see I'm just going to snug these up. I'm not going to make them really tight to begin with. I'm going to grab a mallet. Grab a scrap piece of wood, and then I just want to like to tap down and make sure they're seated against the bottom clamp. Helps give me a straighter edge for when I'm jointing afterwards. I snug these right up, and I should get some glue starting to squeeze out, and I can see it coming out of the seams here. So I have some wet paper towel. I don't like to use dry paper towel here because I don't like to scrape glue after, so I want to wash the glue away. Do as best as I can in making sure all the glue is gone. Wash it up nicely here. Okay, and before I flip it over and do the other side, I want nice even clamping pressure, so I'm going to put some clamps on the opposite side here, and we'll snug those up as well. And a little more glue is going to come out. Okay, the reason why I use so many clamps so close together is I don't like voids. I don't like seeing air when I'm laminating stuff together. I don't like seeing any pockets of air or where it's not touching one another, I think it gives you a poor appearance on your legs and doesn't match up as nice. So we give it a quick wipe down again before we flip it over. I'm going to roll these pants over. I've got some glue over here as well. Quick wash. And there we go.